Hey, spooky listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Spooky Luna's podcast, and I am your host, psychic medium, paranormal investigator, Luna. So sit back, grab your blanket, and let's get strange and unusual. Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 2 of Season 3. What? That's insane. Season 3. You guys actually like me enough for there to be a Season 3, so I just want to say thank you to all my supporters and fans. Before we get into this next creepy, spooky episode, I just want to take a moment for this non-paid paid programming. If you guys head on over to lunaparanormal.com, that's Luna paranormal.com, you can find my YouTube channel, my podcast. I also do tarot readings as well as mediumship readings. So go check out my website if you guys haven't done that yet. I'm pretty proud of it. So, all right. So getting into the spooky program. Today, we are going to talk about something that paranormal investigators and even people on TikTok kind of fight over. What's the best and what's not the best. And what am I talking about? That's right, spirit boxes. And if you guys aren't watching this on YouTube, I do have all the spirit boxes that we will be talking about today, including the apps. Unfortunately, I can't show you pictures because I'm using the device that I usually use my apps on. I apologize for that, but if you want to look them up, you're more than welcome to. So yes, ghost boxes, spirit boxes, portals, whatever it is that you guys think the best is, we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about the ones I've personally used and which ones I think you shouldn't use or you should. So me being a paranormal investigator, if you guys already don't know that, I have my own paranormal series on YouTube. Finding Unknown is my channel. And yeah, you guys got to go check that out. YouTube, Finding Unknown. Go follow me. Go follow me, guys. Yeah, so I have a whole paranormal series. So I can definitely say that I am equipped enough to give my review on these boxes. So we're just going to jump straight into it with the most popular one that you guys might know. This one's called the SB7 Spirit Box. It's pretty tiny. It's handheld. It has its own little, string that they provide to hold on to. It has a temperature gauge on it, and it has a flashlight on it. Kind of a flashlight, but not really. I think more paranormal investigators get irritated when it accidentally gets left on in their bag, and you can see this little light shining through the bag. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're investigators. So I'm just going to turn it on real quick for some of you who do not know what it sounds like. This is pretty common. It's going to get a little loud. I do apologize. So this is usually what you guys are going to hear. That staticky sound. And in between that static sound, you're going to hear voices or maybe radio frequencies. I've actually cut the antenna off of mine, which you can do. Look up a YouTube video if you want to do that, but just know that you can really mess it up if you don't do it right. So typically when you guys are on TikTok live or you see a paranormal investigator, you'll hear that. And people are like, what is that sound? That is annoying. That is like the #1 question I get when it comes to spirit boxes. What is that sound? It's so annoying. Turn it down. Guys, we can't turn it down. It's a radio. Have you ever heard of a radio before? We can't turn it down. So this is basically an AM/FM radio. I'm going to read the actual description of the SB7 Spirit Box, okay? And I'm getting this from realparanormalexperience.com/SB7 Spirit Box review. So the SB7 Spirit Box was popularized when it appeared on Ghost Adventures. Guys, I hate Ghost Adventures. I'm just going to say that out loud. I hate the show because I know personally from people who were supposed to have them on their show are fakes. And they wanted to stage stuff, get stuff. Anyway, I say Ghost Adventures on here because it says it on here, but I'm not a fan of Ghost Adventures. If y'all hate me for that, that's okay. We can agree to disagree. I don't like Zach Baggins. You're a joke, dude. Anyway, so it was popularized on Ghost Adventures, but it certainly isn't the only ghost box around. How do you use it? Blah, 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 all this. Is it the best spirit box? I think the last update was in 2022 for the brand new model. This is the model here. I had to get a new one because mine broke, but it looks just like the old one. Like, to be honest, I don't see anything. So in short, the SB7 spirit box sweeps through local radio frequencies in order to create white noise, which is that ch-ch-ch sound you guys just heard, okay? While most ghosts and spirits aren't easily able to communicate to the naked ear, they're able to influence this synthetic noise. We ask questions, get relevant responses, and use devices to talk to ghosts around us. You can also use, other devices, which we'll get into. This whole series is going into, devices and things that we use as paranormal investigators. So it has an AM, FM radio on it that sweeps frequencies. It is the cheapest model. I believe this one's about $180 or maybe $120, I think. Yeah, I think it's around like $120. So that one is just that. It's the SB7 Spirit Box. Now, if you want to move up in the devices, this is your SB711. So SB11, not SB7. SB11, this is what it looks like if you guys are interested. It's a lot thicker. It does have its own stand so that you can stand it up, and it does come with its antenna. I did not take the antenna out. So I think the only difference with this one is that it's bigger, but also it has 2 radios built into it. So the only way that this is really going to work is if you have both radios going at the same time. That's kind of the point of the SB11 Spirit Box, is you're supposed to have both radios going at the same time. The one thing is that you can have the radio going backwards on this side, forward on this side. You can have both AM, 1 FM, 2 FMs. You do see it does have a temperature gauge on it. It's really cool. Is this one my favorite? No. It's not. I don't know if anybody really is like super gung-ho. This one I think is around $250. Maybe a little bit more. I think this was a waste of money personally. It has a really big flashlight on it too. I don't use it because why? It's hard to put in cases. It's hard to take with you. I mean, if this is something you're going to do at your friend's house, that's cool. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. It's really annoying. I don't think I can really hear anything on it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not a big fan of it. You guys can try it out. It's up to you on that one. Okay, so the next one that we see a lot that is extremely popular is Ghost Tube Vox, or just Ghost Tube. Okay, so basically it is an app on your cell phone, and you can download it in the Android or Apple store. If you guys want to sponsor me, Android and Apple, please feel free. I've used this one. Okay, I've just recently downloaded it, and I'm not really that impressed. My last investigation that I just did, which is not up on YouTube yet, but it will be next week, you guys will be able to see me actually use this app. It did okay. It's just, I don't know, it's really quiet. And it could have been really quiet because there weren't spirits there. I don't know. I'm used to other apps, but okay, so Ghost Vox is a video toolkit and sound synthesizer for paranormal investigators. The video creates the app, uses the magnometer in your phone and measures magnetic interference, and using these readings, synthesizes commonly used sounds, syllables, words, and phrases from online digital broadcasts. When specific magnetic signatures are detected, the theory being tested by this app is that spirits can communicate by influencing magnetic fields to select sounds from a sound bank. Users can also adjust the echo, reverb, and distortion of synthesized sounds. So the key features in this one is a sound synthesizer. It's a customizable sound visualizer. You can do the echo, the reverb, and the distortion, and the white noise generator. If you want to have white noise in the background, which is the ch-ch-ch-ch noise, you can turn that on. I don't know why anybody would. I would agree as an investigator. I hate that sound. It's hard for us to hear past it unless a spirit talks very clearly into the device. So I've used it. The echo just means it'll repeat itself. So if it says I'm here, it'll say I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, like that. So it's easier to hear it more than just one time, which is kind of nice. I like the echo on it. The reverb is just easier to hear. There's different effects you can use. Also with this one too, you can record yourself on your phone while the Ghost Vox is on, so that you can actually have a nice little video to post on your social media if you want. This one's got a 4.4 star out of 5 with about 977 people have reviewed it. Is that how many people have downloaded it? No, but that's the only people that have reviewed it. It seems to have really good reviews. There's also an SLS camera on here too, which is those like weird stick figures that you guys see that make like funny little moves and motions. And if you guys are on YouTube, you're watching me like break dance right now doing that. But yeah, it has that. It has some other things on it. I mean, if you want, go for it. You can customize the video to have like purple hues, green hues, red hues. You could put a picture of yourself up. You can put a different picture. You don't even have to record yourself on video. So this app is pretty cool. This one sits at a pretty penny. I think this one is around $5 or something like that. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next app that you guys might hear a lot, which is called Necrophonic. This one is my favorite. This one's the one that sounds the creepiest out of all of them, and it's continually talking. I really love this app. I wish I could turn it on for you guys, but like I said, I'm using the device that I currently have it on, but go check it out. So Necrophonic is a SpiritBox application for both Android and iOS devices. It allows the user to use a sound bank and ITC to create a portal to communicate with entities/ghost. Necrophonic is the ideal tool for anyone who is interested in the paranormal or is simply curious to learn more about the technology that is being used by ghost hunters. Initially, the SpiritBox application Necrophonic for mobile devices 3 months ago, well, I think this was written a little while ago, so this is years ago, were tested by the SpiritBox app Necrophonic. On our Android device, after seeing it being used by various social media influencers like Oh My Gosh TV, since using the application various times, we have some apparent communication happening between seemingly intelligent responses and been given a few times now. Our experiences using the Necrophonic app, and this would be these guys, and this is horrorfacts.com if you guys want to look it up. After attempting communication in various locations and getting some responses back that seemed to be audible smart answers to questions spoken aloud to who is here with us. The Necrophonic application, after short duration, about 6 seconds, responded, I am. Then I asked, what is your name? And it quickly responded this time, but it said it 3 times in different 3 voices, Kings. Ooh, which ironically is also a known family name in the location that was being used to attempt to communicate. So how it works. The theory behind the use of the SpiritBox to make contact with the other side is that these devices in general generate a waveform or a radio wave that is scanning in and out through channels or at a rapid, semi-rapid speed, producing a sort of white noise. These devices can also be used to record electronic voice phenomenon or EVPs, but not in the same way. Instead of playing back the audio, it is meant to get a response that is audible right in the moment that you're using the system. It doesn't really say exactly how it works. I mean, it just goes into it. Let's see the technical aspects of the app. Now that you're aware of what is required to use the app, allow me to explain the benefits of using. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Almost all modern mobile devices have a gyroscope and in the capacity to read an EMF electromagnetic field. This technology works in a manner that is, to how your cell phone can tell you which way you are pointing, so like how it's used on the GPS. So basically it's like a compass. The Necrophonic app is able to zero on a spirit's voice by utilizing the gyroscope and EMF capabilities on the device. When the technology is combined, it creates an application layer used by ghost hunting known as an instrumental trans communication or ITC, in which the phone acts as an energy generator device that surpasses the traditional radio wave by combining the energy created by your device overall through its radio waves, GPS, gyroscope, and general electromagnetic fields in the area. Furthermore, in the Necrophonic SpiritBox app, instead of relying on random sounds of static to detect the ghost, it uses the energy generated by your device overall. Because of the way in which the the procedure builds a communication between energy in the environment and what is being generated from your equipment, and result a higher degree of precision when attempting to detect spirits. As a direct consequence of this, the Necrophonic SpiritBox app is a position to detect the existence of ghosts and communicate with them in ITC in a more precise manner. That's cool. It also says, additionally, Necrophonic makes use of the DR60 sound bank, which can be thought of as noises contained within a spirit box. You have the option of purchasing a complete software-driven spirit box in the form of a Necrophonic app rather than shelling out hundreds of dollars for a piece of software. I would say, guys, that this is 100% my favorite app, hands down. I get the most intelligent responses. Sometimes during an investigation, I might hear something, but then when I go back into editing for YouTube, I hear things that I didn't even hear when I was there that are so spot on. And I'm telling you, this app, I don't know if this is a bunch of BS in what they say. I don't know why they would BS us on this, but I'm telling you, this app works. And when the spirits aren't talking in there, it sounds like a bunch of words that don't make sense, like gibberish. But when something is talking to you, it comes out in English. So if you guys are ever interested in listening to that and see how the app works, please go check out some of my my investigations on my paranormal series on my YouTube, Finding Unknown. Link in lunaparanormal.com, LUNA paranormal.com. Go check it out, because I'm telling you, it's worth it. This app, I do know, is $9.99 or 98 cents. I don't know if it's went up a little bit more, but I'm telling you, it is freaking worth it. My favorite app, hands down. You can understand what the spirits are saying. It also has a reverb and a repeat on it, which I turn on both of them, and I love it. So the next one that you guys are probably seeing a lot on YouTube, Kelsey Davies uses it, Twin Paranormal uses it. So many people use this freaking app. I had to download it just 2 weeks ago to see, and I recently used it on one of my investigations. We stayed at the Most Haunted Resort. That's the one I used it in. It did, I would give it a 2 out of 5, really. But here, it seems like people really do love it. So this app is called the Spirit Talker, and it's basically like an Ovilus. If you guys don't know what an Ovilus is, it produces words and speech based on what the sensor in your phone is detecting. In theory, behind this app, it is the spirit. In this app is that spirits might be able to manipulate the device sensors to say and show relevant words and responses to questions being asked during a paranormal investigation. The Spirit Talker is a modern form of ITC, which is the instrumental trance communication, and is very simple to use. Just click, start, and begin asking your questions. You'll wait for a response. So the sensors in this app are the magnometer, which is the EMF, the accelerometer, the gyroscope, the gravity, the humidity, the temperature, and the air pressure. The EMF meter only works in this app if your device has an electromagnetic sensor. If not, the EMF won't be displayed. So it'll show it. So sometimes some tablets and stuff don't have it. Let's see. If your device is not speaking the words, please check and make sure the device, blah, blah, blah. It says use at your own risk. We cannot be held personally responsible for any outcome paranormal-wise, blah, 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 blah. This is like an Ovilus. It's basically just a device that throws out words instead of having static or anything on it. So you'll be sitting there and it'll be like, we're here. And you'll be like, what? And then it'll just be like, downstairs. Or it'll say demons. It just says words instead of having the static and full-on sentences. It just uses one word at a time. I've used it once. I wasn't impressed. Some things that did come through were accurate as fuck. So accurate. So I'm not going to throw it away and say it's not. I'll try to use it again on further investigations. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that app. I'm still in the use. I will say Necrophonic, hands down, is my favorite freaking app. And if you guys want to know all of these that I'm talking about and you want to know where to get them, I'll leave them in the description below in my podcast. But yeah, I will definitely say SB11, not my favorite. I spent $280 on it for no reason. My SB7, yes, I will say though that the speaker on the SB7, the small one, if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, the speaker's on the back, okay? And a lot of people will plug in a different speaker to it. It's still hard to hear, and the static is very loud. The white noise is very, very loud on this, and unless a spirit is right up on this thing, you're not going to be able to hear shit. I'm sorry, you're just not. And most of the time when I barely get responses from this, I mostly use this for what we call an Estes session. If you guys don't know what that is, you can go look it up. I'll dig further down and deeper into it in a different episode with the Estes session. But yeah, I like to put on headphones with this and wear it because I feel like I can hear the words better than it just being played by itself. So if you guys are going to get this, make sure to get an actual speaker that goes into it, because it's going to be very hard to hear, especially if you're doing YouTube and stuff and you're just trying to hold this up for people to hear. It's just, I don't know. But I would say this one's the best because it's easy to throw in my kit and use it. So I would definitely say that one. Necrophonic, yes. All the other apps, Ghost Fox, I wasn't really impressed, but then again, I might have not been in an area that had a lot of spirits. So sometimes that happens, but I'm going to keep trying the Ghost Fox to see what I use. But anyway, what do you guys think? What is your favorite? Do you guys think that like, wow, Necrophonic, I hate it, whatever, but I really wanted to dig into on this episode about how these spirit boxes work and what's the difference between an app and what's the difference between, you know, just a typical spirit box. You know, I really wanted to go over that because a lot of people ask me, what is that sound? How does it work? This and that. And now I can just be like, go check out my YouTube, go check out my podcast streaming everywhere now. I literally go into detail about how all of these apps work, at least the most popular ones. Now, I just want to go into small detail. I don't have the portal in front of me, but sometimes people have these big boxes that they set down and they've got a bunch of knobs on them and they look kind of funny. They kind of look like a bomb because they have like a red cord and a black cord coming out and all that stuff. You can plug in your actual devices like the SB7 into it. And basically what these portals do is it gets rid of that white noise and it comes through clearer and louder. Some of those will start at $300. You can get them. The Ghost Hunter store, I think, has them. There's a few other places that do. You can even build your own. You can even build your own. So feel free to Google that. I am actually currently building my own portal out of an old 80s radio, which is so freaking cool. So you guys are more than welcome to like, you know, look around at that stuff. I like portals because they're easier to hear. But they're just hard to carry around for investigations, let's be honest. And you're not going to go through the airport with one of those things because it looks like a bomb. So you're not really going to carry those around. I would definitely say I use those more in home investigations. If you guys want to see how a portal works, I actually use it in one of my investigations on YouTube, which is we rented a haunted garage. So go check out my haunted garage. Yes, it really is haunted. And that portal works amazing. So I absolutely love it. But just know that these devices aren't cheap. Most Spirit Box apps are going to cost something, anywhere from $5 up to $10 for the Necrophonic. But I'm telling you, it's worth it if you guys want the Necrophonic app. It's my favorite. But anyway, this comes to the end of episode 2 of season 3, all about spirit boxes and apps and how the hell do they work. So I'm hoping you guys learned something today, digging into this. Next week, I'm going to go into some different equipment, different things and different devices that we use as investigators. And hopefully this is helping with somebody just watching, trying to be a brand new investigator and figure out what it is that they want to use and how this stuff works. Let me know in the description below on YouTube. If you guys love this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That is how you can show your support for my channel. Don't forget to share that out to your family, your friends, your loved ones. Tell them, check out Luna. Oh my God, she's amazing. Please hit that subscribe button, guys. That is how you can support me. I'm still trying to get to my 3,000 watch hours as well as my 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there, and I'm so grateful for it. Anybody listening to me on any other apps, just strictly through audio, I just want to say thank you so much for listening. The way you can help me out on that end is share out this podcast. Get it out there. Get me my downloads that I need. I greatly appreciate every single one of you for listening to me. Until next time, you guys stay strange and unusual. Don't be sad, spooky listener. Head on over to lunaparanormal.com. That's Luna paranormal.com, where you can get your spooky fix of Luna 24/7. And until next time, I hope you guys stay strange and unusual.